with your seat ideally a little higher than your knees so that your pelvic bowl is pouring forward. And at first, let's just bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart. And either find ideally a bit of nature or maybe some art or something that gives you a soothing feeling uh, in your view, out ahead of you, or an inward gaze, meaning close your eyes to your heart. So, whatever feels good for you, an inner or outer gaze to some beloved and soothing bit of nature. One hand on heart center, one hand on your belly. You could be lying down to do this, and then don't worry about if the hands are further out. We want the shoulders and elbows rested. So let your shoulders relax. Hold yourself with your hands. And first, just notice without any efforting, notice your breath. Notice how deep and full it is. Notice this if there's any gripping in your belly or your diaphragm or your face. Just notice the tendencies of the body mind when we're in stressful environments or work environments, habitual practices at the computer. I just want to bring awareness to where you're at in this moment. And maybe you even speak that to yourself or acknowledge that. I'm feeling a bit of tension in my diaphragm today. There's a bit of pressure in the temples to my neck. This is me. Yours could be different. Maybe you're all fine. My jaw is gripping just slightly. And I notice that as I notice these things, there's a softening. It's just a response. And this is a beautiful thing about our language, sometimes to look at the etymology of things. In Sanskrit and many languages, really, when you put the ah before the word, it means the opposite of. So I love that about tension. When we have tension in the body, it is really our body mind asking for attention. And so we bring our attention, our awareness to that, and the tension melts away, often without effort, just by acknowledging, yes, I see you, I hear you. Oh, it's that same thing that people need, right? Sometimes not to be fixed or changed, but just to be heard and seen. Yeah, I'm having a realization as I say that. I love you. I forgive you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And intentionally now, we bring our breath deeper, fuller. As much as you can, breathe in through your nose. There are so many benefits to this chemically and energetically. It spirals deeper into the body. You get more breath, more massage of the organs, more circulation, a calming for the nervous system, a boosting for immunity. Big, huge breaths in the nose. Fill up your belly. Fill up your heart. As you exhale, soften eyes, jaw, tongue, shoulders, heart, belly, hips. Breathe in the nose, filling up. Out the mouth, letting go. And I encourage you to begin to make some sound or a little bit of forced effort with your breath for vibration or tension in the face. So, this is to tune the vagus nerve, which wanders throughout the body, and just let our whole body mind know we're okay. In this moment, we are safe, we are held, we are supported, we can breathe deeply. In the nose, filling up, allowing yourself to expand, feel whatever is present without storing it. And as you exhale, just like a stream flowing away, whatever thoughts or perceptions or emotions are there, allowing them to just melt away on the breath. And at the end of the exhale, a little hug, navel back to the spine, pelvic floor up in the nose. Out the mouth with pursed lips. Let's do a few more of those. You could stay with that one, or simply drop your jaw and vibrate out. Any note, any tone, I'm going to go with ah and kind of deep, trying to resonate, then vibrate the heart center. Oh. Really try to vibrate that hand. 3 more. You can stay with either of those breaths, or horse lips, just flapping your lips. Let them go really loose as much as you can. Exhale and inhale through the nose. Inhale through the nose. Soft lips, horse lips. 2 more. Ooh, it gets so itchy. Yeah. All right, one more variation of a vagal toning and energetic cleansing breath. Here we go. In the nose, and as you exhale, lion's breath. So tongue to chin, eyes to the sky. Stretch your face out. Sometimes I like to add the I love you mudra to this and just invoke a little fierce love into my day. Optional. As you're ready, you might inhale up. Exhale, tongue to chin, eyes to sky. Squeeze that breath out, navel back, pelvic floor up. Sometimes I like to freeze that way just for dramatic effect, because remember, your mom told you your face might freeze that way. All right, so all of those breaths are welcome throughout the practice. That lion's breath can be especially good for helping to purge out anything you might be inhaling here in California, or energetic stuff as well. If you're feeling resent or tension or anxiety or whatever, fierce love. All right, let us come to the earth. Keep your heavy object. Oh, I don't know if you got that part, Peter. We're doing heavy object today. So you could have a crystal if you got a mega crystal, bag of rice, a big can, or maybe your meditation pillow if it's a weighted one that can be heavy enough. Just about getting some weightiness, some pressure in a good way. We'll use that in a little while. First, let's come to hands and knees. So if that was a long sit for you, shake it out, rub it out, do whatever you need to. And then if you tend to have knee issues, like issues with the knees closing, you might have a pillow for behind the knees to give you a little support there, or pressure on the knees, of course, if that is uncomfortable for you. Put a pillow under your knees or a folded blanket or any such thing. Also, if you are in a chair and are not coming down to the ground today, it's totally fine. sense into, and I will try to remember to speak to, how you can modify all the things I'm going to offer sitting in a chair. So, first, cow and cat, if you were sitting in a chair, you could hold your knees or even the handles of your chair. If you tend to have wrist issues, you might work to strengthen them by being on your fingertips. Wherever you're at, claw into the earth, pull your fingertips towards one another, hollow out your palms. And then, as inspired, pull hands and knees towards each other, lift the tail, lift the crown, open up. As you exhale, press into the earth, drop the tail, drop the crown, curl in, really let your neck be soft there. As you inhale, pull back, shoulder blades down the back, heart open. As you exhale, press into your knees or earth and round. Again, we want those long, deep, vagal toning breaths. So in the nose, out the mouth as much as you can. You can also that lion's breath here as you curl in, really pull the navel up, and just like an energetic purging. Get it out. Here we go. One more. And then press back. Walk your hands out. Press your hips back to your heels. Again, pad as needed. We never want any sharp pain in the knees. Other little sensations of pulling, they're okay. They're sensations. We want to try to learn to more and more differentiate between pain and sensation. Push your hips back. Press your hips towards your heels. Round your spine a bit there. And wag your tail. Breathe your lower back. And you could stay with that, or hip circles. Move your hips way over to one side, way over to one side, and then chest forward. Hips way over to the other side, and then back to the heels. So we're drawing with our hips, big circles around our surface. And this rolling in a chair could be the same thing. You're just really thinking about taking that bowl of the pelvis and drawing big circles with your bowl. So you're getting into the outer hips and the lower back a whole bunch. One more time around in this direction. And then the next time that you come to the back, pause. You might take a little tail wagging moment there again. And then swoop your hips out to the other side when you're ready. Big circles in the other direction. Again, I hope that your knees are protected and feeling happy so that you can be on them a little longer. Take your time once you feel even in both directions. Stretch back in center. Again, tail wagging always an option. When you're ready, come on up to hands and knees. Optionally, you could be standing for this and hold on to something, or even in a chair and just play as much as you can. Pick one knee up and then open circle, close circle. Big circles with picking that knee up as much as you can. Full rotation of the femur in the hip socket. Breathe it open in the nose. Next time you come to center, squeeze in and then switch directions. And next time you come into center, lift the knee to your nose and shift forward as much as you can. If you're sitting, this might be knee crossed over the other knee. And on hands and knees, this is knee between your hands as much as you can. And then walk the back foot back as far as you can, again, without sharp pain in the knee. If there is sharp pain in the knee, come out and then support your shin so the ankle is straight and strong. So you might put something under the shin. So this is like a very gentle pigeon, sometimes called swan in what people refer to as a yin practice. And walk the hands forward, push your hips back. At any point, you could stack up here, elbows, fists, rest your head. You can rest your head on a block or on your pillows, Or if it's breathful for you to come down to the earth, come on down. And let's breathe here in the nose. Out the mouth. Any variations of those breaths that we played with in the beginning are welcome. What soothes you? What extends your exhale? What lights you up? 3 more breaths here. Follow your next inhale and unwind. And shake that leg out as needed. Maybe stretch it back behind you and roll over your foot side to side, a little forward and back. Just let everything feel nice and loose in there after that moment of closure and pause. And then second side as you're ready. Meow, meow, meow. Open, left knee out to the side, hip circles. Switch directions. And then take your time after you've gone both directions. Knee to the nose and curl in, shift forward. And again, your variation here, whatever you did on the other side. If you're on the ground, walk that back leg back, reach the heart forward, and rest at wherever your edge is here. I'm gonna put my head on my crystal. Yep, that feels good. Two more breaths or so here. Play with them. Could they be deeper, fuller? Where else can they go? Are you gripping anywhere? Breathe into it. I hear you. I see you. Thank you, body. And follow any inhale to drape up, and you could just roll on through to lying on your back. Actually, I think you're warm enough for this. Let's get a little deeper into the breather, both because that's good for the nervous system, as well as if it's smoky where you are, you're likely not breathing as deep and full as normal. So we're going to look to bring our breath more into the parts that we don't always use. It's also good for the COVIDs if anyone has lung congestion. So, bolster or pillow pile or block with a pillow on top of it, anything that's right for you. Of course, if it's higher, you're going to get more stretch. Higher is not always better. If it's kind of stretch that's making you like, this is big, get out. We want to be comfy for therapeutic and restorative yoga. So you're going to bring the bolster, I'm going to call it a bolster, okay, or pillow pile, so that it is just above the waistline or at the waistline and below the armpit. So it might come into the armpit a bit, it might go below the waist a little bit. But what we're looking for this center part of the ribs and lungs that we're going to open. You're going to lie on it with that under the side and move the bottom leg forward and the top leg back. So you're scissoring your legs as much as you can. You want the center of the scissor right in line with the torso. Top leg back, it's just going to help it open that iliopsoas a little more, the hip flexor there. Does work both ways. Bottom arm is your pillow, and bottom hand holds your top wrist. So grab your top wrist and give a little pull, and then reach through your legs, reach through your feet. We're going to take a few big dynamic breaths here with any of those letting go breaths. So breath in the nose Breath out the mouth. Inhale and stretch, stretch, stretch. Exhale and melt. You can stay in that dynamic action, or at any point, just let your legs melt. So the knees will likely bend, the arms can relax, or maybe that hold feels relaxed. And just let the weight of the support of your bolster, quote unquote, and the shape of the pose find the opening for you. So we're going to be melting fascia or connective tissue here. Your breath is going to be helping to find that stretch. Continue breath in the nose, out the mouth. All your sounds welcome and encouraged. A few more. It takes about 2 minutes to melt the fascia and to begin to shift the physiology in any place. So we're giving that that time to this side. Whatever organs are on the top there, if it's the right side, a little more liver, left side, a little more gallbladder, spleen. We're also inviting a little more opening, spaciousness, circulation into that, serving the immune system. Notice if anything has changed since you got in this shape. Notice if it's just beginning to melt here. And if it is, maybe stay a little longer. Maybe slowly begin to unwind by releasing your top wrist and then flowing that top arm open. We're going to visit a little back bend here that we're going to return to. This one's kind of a check-in. So you'll step the feet to the floor and roll open. If your lift is a little too big for you, make it smaller, or put something under your seat if it's too much in the lower back, or put something under your head, including your hands there, if it's too much under your at your neck. This may be a precarious place, depending on what your heavy thing is and what your shape is. Maybe a little too back bendy. We are going to come into a flatter variation with the stone later, but if you've got your heavy thing, your um, sandbag or rice bag or stone or whatever heavy thing, maybe your cat, small child, I don't know, place it wherever's right for you right now. So later we're going to go chest and then belly for final resting in a different shape. Right now, wherever's right for you. You can go chest, diaphragm, belly, or just hold it in your hands. And yeah, I think I can leave it there and open my arms safely. And then feel a breath right in, directly into your heavy thing. And by that, I also mean emotionally. So if you don't have a physical heavy thing, but there is any kind of constriction or any heavy things going on emotionally, just acknowledging that, breathing right into it. Again, I see you. I hear you. Pressing into the weight, and then let it press back into you. All right, that was like the trailer. We're going to get back to that. But for now, second side. I'm going to turn around my whole body so that I can still see you when we're on the side. You might just roll over on your support. And as you're ready, second side. Support just above the waist, just below the armpit. So you really get that thick middle part of the ribs and lungs to fan out. Bottom leg forward, top leg back. Bottom arm is your pillow. Bottom hand holds your top wrist. And inhale and give a little pull to that top wrist as you reach, reach, reach through both of your feet, long and away. Very dynamic stretch at first. Inhale, finding that stretch with the breath, and exhale, maybe melting wherever there's tension. Stay with those more dynamic breaths, or as inspired, begin to just let your legs relax, knees can bend, arms can relax, and just hang out however it feels good. Let the shape of the pose and the fullness of your breath find the space in the body. Big breaths in the nose, top leg back, Tony, and you'll get more opening. I think you have the top leg forward, right? Yeah, switch your legs. There's someone in the room. Yeah, sorry if I missed that on the other side. Feel how you get the psoas, the connection there in the side body a little more. Yeah, yum. That was for anyone else too. And so good. Breathing, dynamic, and melting as you like. And just let the breath find the stretch. Open your awareness to listen into your body mind for areas of tension or resistance. And here we are to melt that with our yes. And what are you welcoming into that space you're making? Breathe your yes. I am. I am at ease in body and mind. I am love and revolution. I am riding the waves of life with trust and joy. Another few breaths. And again, please stay longer if anything's just beginning to melt or change there for you. And if and when you're ready, you can release that top wrist and slowly float the arm open. And as inspired, step your feet to the floor and shift. Again, support your hips or head as needed. Simply breathful here. We'll be here just a little longer this time. Maybe you take your weight, any weight, back to our back bending position and place it on your chest or your belly. I might go for belly this time. And low belly, I guess. Yeah, as much as you can, unless you need to hold something, that's fine. Let the arms flow over the top of the bolsters. So the bolster's really supporting underneath the diaphragm and the lift of the heart, and the shoulders roll over the top of the bolster like they're pouring like liquid down over the bolster towards the earth. And the arms can be straight out or elbows bent out to the sides, and ideally palms up. That's going to help the shoulders roll open more. So you want a big lift of diaphragm and heart here, courageous lift of your heart without any strain on the low back. So please support yourself as needed, lengthening the spine, lifting the hips or head. And then big, again, yes, courageous breaths here. It's a very courageous thing to be so open at this time. And what does courage mean? But heart fullness, living with the fullness of heart no matter what, no matter how much it hurts. It's when we resist the pain that it grows, that it stagnates. And so let us feel whatever there is to feel: fear, confusion, pain, sensation, constriction, contraction. Hello, body, and all the things that you do to protect me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And right now, in this one moment, I am safe to breathe this one breath. I am alive. I am drinking in life. I am celebrating life. I am grateful for this one breath. I am grateful for life in a body. Breathe into your weight, press into it. And then just let it melt, let it dissipate through your body. Let it give you a little hug back as it transforms, as it changes, as it helps to move energy. Nothing stuck, keeping clarity of body, mind, maintaining clear flows of energy as much as possible. Open jaw, open throat. Another 3 or 4 breaths here. Notice when you want to yawn, it's actually the body contracting. Like, well, we're not used to that much energy. We're just going to contract for a moment right now. And I encourage you to exhale with a lion's breath. Whenever those yawns are contracting, yawns, and not, it's actually time to go to bed yawns. I'm just going to welcome back in more aliveness. Oh, thank you, beautiful stone. Thank you, good earth, for this what powerful stone. And Joey and Tony for having it in your home that I'm sharing. Thank you. When you're ready, step your feet to the earth if you haven't been, and roll to one side. Roll on over and press and drape up. I want to acknowledge all that may not have been accessible to all, and I hope that you found some variation for yourself. Let's play into the hips a little more while laying around on the floor a little more. So just lying on your back, we're going to play into the hips and then move back towards a final resting pose where we'll use our props again. So come to lie on your back, and first just give yourself a big hug. Hug your knees into your chest and give yourself a little rock side to side. Massage into your back body. Big breaths in the nose. Letting go out the mouth. And then holding the knees together as inspired, let's draw circles around your sacrum. So that big bone at the base of your spine, draw some circles and massage into your lower back. As you begin movement, it may take your attention. Notice if the breath holds or any grips come into the body otherwise, and return to grateful, gentle waves of washing breath. And then switch directions of your circles. You might also take circles with your mouth, especially as we pay attention into the hips. Notice if there's any gripping in the mouth. If you're gripping in your jaw, you are telling your hips and your brain to hold on, and just kind of sending an alert system throughout the body. So as much as you can, why all the noisy breaths? Part of it is that letting go of the jaw. Let's take the knees now in separate circles, and inhale, open those circles wide, and then back together. So you'll also maybe get a little stretch from the shoulders as you open wide, and then knees away from you and back together with the breath. Next time you come back to center, switch directions of those wide circles. Wow. Maybe soft jaw. Wow. All right, and then land your feet to the earth for a moment. We're going to play back into the spine and the heart before we come into hips again. Bring your elbows alongside of your body. Press your elbows into the earth and squeeze the shoulders on the back. If you have a block or a pillow here, you may want to squeeze it between your thighs. We want to keep some muscular action in the legs with the knees staying in line with the hip points. So if the knees go wide as you come up, we're going to be bridging up a bit, then you're going to be shortening the lower back muscles. So you want to kind of pour your inseams to the ground, squeeze to center a bit without totally knees knocking. And inhale as you come up with long legs, knees reaching away, tailbone reaching away, hips lifting up, lift the chest. And as you lift the chest, lift the chin. So you want to look upright. Once you get into the full pose, don't look to the side, not so great on the neck. At first, waves of breath. So as you come down, rock the pelvis, pour it away, and then scoop that tailbone back up. Inhale, root into heels, lift hips, lower back, middle back, upper back, chest, lift your chin. Try to keep the chin lifted. Exhale, ripple down, upper back, middle back, lower back, hips, pour the pelvis away and scoop it back up. Inhale, lift, tail, rippling up, up, up. Follow your exhale, rippling back down. Waves of breath. Waves of yes. Breathe and repeat your mantra. Next time you come up, let's reach the arms up overhead on the floor and really make long front body lines. And let's reach, reach, reach through the right arm and the right knee. Stretch that right side out as much as you can. And as you exhale, come through center, reach through the left knee and the left hand. Lengthen out that left side. So you're kind of like a swaying bridge here, a little side to side. Booty sway, reach right side long. Booty sway through center, reach the left side long. Move with your breath. And then ripple back down once you feel complete there. Bring your arms in any way that has your shoulders on the back, chest open, palms up ideally to support that. And step your feet as wide as your mat if you've got one, or like outer hip width, maybe a little wider than outer hip width. So feet, probably one of your feet's width away from your hips or so. Not so crucial here. And then with the knees bent, feet wide, inhale both knees to one side as you reach the arms overhead. Big, big breath. And exhale, pull the navel back, knees through center. And inhale, knees to the other side. Reach through the knees, reach through your fingers, stretch it out. And as you exhale, navel back, knees through center. Follow your breath. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, come on through center. Inhale, stretch and reach. Exhale through center. Let your breath lead as you rock side to side here. As you do so, you might also push muscularly, energetically press down so that as you roll through, you're getting a massage to your outer glutes, your glute meads, and more, your whole glutes, really. I especially feel it in those glute meads, gluteus medius, that is. So as inspired side to side, notice if one side feels tighter. Pause there. Notice if you got very attentive to the physical movement and the breath shortened. And see if you can come back to big, yummy, letting go breaths. Let your breath lead the movement. We'll go 2 or 3 more to each side. Last breath or two, whatever you need to even on both sides. And then once you do, with your feet wide, knees bent, both knees to the right. Cross your right ankle over the left thigh and draw it down. You could stay right there, a little more quad, so as side body, or keep the shape of the legs. And at any point, inhale, stretch. As you exhale, pick up that bottom thigh. And maybe you can interlace the hands behind that thigh or wrap a strap or something around. You could also bend the knee and reach down for the ankle or foot. Whatever you could get a hold of there, gently draw that thigh in as you use your elbow to ease the top thigh away. Draw in, press away, and you can kind of rock and roll that around. Draw circles or play with isometrics. Sacrum down, low back up, left thigh back or bottom thigh back, top thigh away. Breath in the nose, breath out the mouth. Any variations here? Play with it as you like, or extend that bottom leg up, walk up the leg, maybe drawing it towards you, maybe overhead. I am leaving therapeutics at the moment doing this. It's a pretty big move, but my body's asking for it. Listen to what's right for you. Last couple breaths, just investigating that lateral hip opening. Keep that top foot flexed so the knee is happy. We have a last minute joining here. Oh, wow. Uh-huh. Please stay longer with that as you like, or when you're ready, step both feet to the earth, knees, feet wide, and come back to where we were, side to side. Stretch it out. Moving with your breath, side to side. Play with that fluid as you like, or once you got both knees to the left again, left ankle over right thigh. Draw it down. Stretch it out. Arms can reach up to make that even bigger. Stay with that. Or inhale, keeping that shape. Exhale, pick the shape of the legs up. Interlace the hands behind the bottom thigh. Pull back as you press away. Flex those top toes back so the ankle is straight and strong. That protects the knee. Soft jaw, rock and roll it. Or again, play with the isometrics, sacrum down, low back curve up, bottom thigh in, top thigh away, all of it all at once, multitasking to bring a smile into your hips. And encourage that. Imagine smiling right into your hips in the nose, out the mouth. Please stay with that as you like. If you played with anything else on the other side, go for it. Oh, I know I haven't mentioned it in a while, but if you're sitting in a chair, you can do something like this, ankle over knee. That's all, even in a chair, the ankle over knee, and just give a little flex to the ankle, a little pull on the knee, and heart forward, low back in, and move forward. You can pulse in and out of that. You can breathe at your edge, laying over the legs. But so much linear movement and just sitting is really gonna not be the best friend to your low back. So we wanna find that lateral opening in the hips there as much as we can. So even if you're biking or hiking or running or something, um, yes to your workout and lateral hip opening right afterwards, especially. Please stay with any of that that is right for you. Once you're done, hug your knees in and then reach down for your ankles or your feet. Elbows inside the knees, hold the ankles or the feet or anywhere you're able to. Also, this can be done in a chair. I'm just like upside down sitting right now. So same shape, wide legs, bow in. Happy baby pose. Bring your knees wide. Press out through your feet as you draw back with your knees. So you're pulling on the legs, knees down, heels up, sacrum down, low back up. And then, of course, is happy baby. So rock your baby. That sweet baby that's always inside of you. Find it, breathe it, remember it. That's purring. That's a happy kitten baby. And please stay with your happy baby as long as you like, or as you're there rocking, find or listen in for whatever next shape or movement is right for you. Otherwise, I'm going to invite you into a final resting shape with our weight, the holy, holy crystal of Beacon House, and or a bag of rice, a can of tomatoes, whatever you got. Okay, kids. So, listening to your body, doing what's right for you right now, or coming to rest, I want to encourage you to maybe go feet together, knees wide. In which case, if your legs are floating off the earth at all, put something under your legs. Or just legs straight out with a pillow pile or pillows under your knees. I'm going to go feet together, knees wide on the bolster, getting that little passive opening to the adductors, connection to the end of the psoas there. And we'll be bringing some breathfulness into whatever areas you're welcoming open. And I encourage you to just find what's right for you. So whatever support, please support yourself though. And then bring your weight or maybe your hands to your chest first. Let's bring breathful awareness into heart center. You could have your hands there or just your weight, both. And breathe into that weight. Again, breathe in and press into it. And then exhale and receive it back. Really imagine into that weight again, whether it's physical or energetic. So maybe it's an emotional thing, a story, an idea, a belief that you've been holding that maybe you're ready to dissolve. Breathe into it, press into it, allow yourself to feel the fullness of that. Would you choose it? Nope. Let it move. And then take pause to just remove the weight. Breathe back into that same spot. Feel your lightness. Feel your freedom. Feel the space that you've made. Feel your ability to shift your physiology, your reality. Stay, play as you like. Maybe bring the weight down to your belly. If you've got a smaller weight, you could possibly play into the diaphragm area and then the belly, or you're going to kind of get a similar effect if it's a bigger thing and just kind of comes to both. So I'm kind of going in the middle there. And as is right for you, So the chest is where we are said to hold grief. The belly is where we are said to hold sadness. A little fine crossover there, you know? But anyways, the whatever you may be holding in your belly, digestive issues, just tension, anxiety, sadness, whatever it might be, whatever stories or physical issues are present, inhale and press into that weight and exhale. Receive it back. Big, big breaths in the nose, intentional breaths. Exhaling, letting go. Any vibrational, slightly efforted letting go, exhale. Pressing into the weight and then just receiving its benefit, its teaching, the release. And you might bring in intention, breathe in, I am forgiveness. I am patience. I am curiosity. I am compassion. I am unconditional, loving awareness. Stay with it as you like. Let your breath move. Let your sound move. Let your emotions move. Keep the weight as you like, or intentionally remove that block. Remove the weight. Remove the holy sacred crystal. Thank you for absorbing all that for me. We will cleanse you later. And breathe into that lightness. Breathe into that opening. Breathe into that freedom of you remembering yourself spacious, whole, full, capable, able, willing. I encourage you to stay in breathful receptivity as long as you're able. If you're on the West Coast, I'll be ending about 12:12 in about 7 minutes. If you're watching this recorded or somewhere else, I encourage you to stay in any final resting shape or to come into a meditative seat. Slowly begin to release any efforting from the breath and simply just witness that you are breathed, that you are blessed, that you are held, that you are loved, that you are supported. Feel the earth holding your body, healing and nourishing you. Feel your heart open, breathed by sky. And open your imagination, your wonder, your awe to the beauty that you are. I'm going to share with you a couple readings from one of my favorite books of all time, the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. I love all the versions. The original text in Sanskrit is astounding, and it's been translated by many people, many Western people, of which this is one, the Radiant Sutras. And I invite you to just take what you will and leave what you will. Let the beauty sink in. There is no image that you can hold, no thought that you can think that encompasses the great self. Your essence is immortal and unchanging, yet it is the foundation for all that moves. Rest in the shimmering emptiness that is the source of this world, and remember who you are. Not for me, not bondage, not for me, liberation. I am beyond such nonsense. The sun is not trapped when it shines in a river, illuminating the lives of the fishes, nor is the sun freed again when it reflects off a ripple and back into the sky. Bondage, freedom, notions arising from fear and separation. Look upon the universe and see only me, yourself, the me that is yourself. Look upon the universe and see only me, all beings, all ephemeral reality, all the shimmering, radiant emptiness. I, me, we, us, one. Rest in spacious awareness, or join me for a couple minutes of Brahmari, or bee's breath, the vibration of NG that vibrates in the third eye center, in the middle of the head, the eye that looks skyward, that opens to our dreams, our imagination, to the infinite. Like the end of the Om, we don't want to close the mouth. We want to resonate in the chamber of the skull. NG, any notes, slide your notes, play with them, or simply receive as I intend for sweet honey in the mind, for myself, for you, for all of us in these challenging times that we are living through together spaciously. To add to the effect of the Brahmari, you could lift the pelvic floor, lift the tongue and the eyes all lightly towards the third eye center. Two more. Notice the vibrational being that you are, how all of our vibrations, our thoughts, our words, our beliefs affect our being and the vibrations of those around us. Please stay resting in spacious awareness as long as you like or are able. When you're ready to return, I encourage you to again begin to draw awareness to the breath and then deepen and lengthen the breath again as much as you can until it inspires you back to movement. Let the breath lead the movement, feeling into your body, into your energy body, When you're ready to roll to one side to come up and really drape up, let your neck be as soft as you can and come back to any easy seat now or later, much later. When you do come to your easy seat, take pause, if you will, to rest a moment and just notice what's moved or changed, the effect that your practice has had on your physiology today. May the benefits of this practice ripple out. May all beings benefit. May all beings be joyous and free and safe from harm. May unnecessary destruction cease. May we wake up to the wisdom that we're being taught. And may necessary destruction benefit a thriving, connected, fair, and just new world. Thank you, body. Thank you, breath. Thank you, great mystery. Thank you, one another, beautiful humans, for practicing, for your presence, for your compassion and forgiveness. Namaste. I'm going to stop the live stream and I'll say hi to you, Peter. All right. Have a wonderful day. I'll be back on Thursday at 10:30 a.m. I did put it wrong on the Facebook post. 12 noon and 10:30 a.m. Tuesday, Thursday now, since Yoga Works and Yoga Tree have canceled most of the teachers on their platform from over 400 to just over 40. So I got dropped. And so I'm here to bring this service because I think we all need it. And this is my work. So give back where you can. Please take what you need. All right. Bye.